Phil referred to his brother in not very flattering terms. I never had a brother. The nearest I had was another lad called Rod, who was exactly a fortnight younger than me. When we were growing up, we were very close. And this one is called Names, you know. Names. It was Rod, the other one, the one who listened to American radio on his communist dad's shortwave, who one bright April morning between the 53 bus stop and school said, "You've got to listen to this bloke, a pianist, Thelonious Monk. He's something else, another world." I told him no one could be called Thelonious Monk. It took me 2 years to find out he was right on both counts. What he didn't know, though, was that Monk's middle name was Sphere. By the time I knew that, the car Rod was travelling in had crashed into the lamppost. And this one is a response to a photograph that I've got in a box down there, but I'm not going to get it out. It's called Portrait of My Grandfather Accompanied. I only ever knew one set of my grandparents because my dad's died, his father before he was born and his mother a couple of months after he was born. But this one was the one who came from the Shropshire coalfield to work in the mines in east of Manchester, and then got a job with the jam works driving a lorry. It's called Portrait of My Grandfather Accompanied. The daft smile, wide as a spiff, tells us Sunday afternoon, after a slow left-arm morning and Chester's best in the cotton tree. You are sitting in the sun on the donkey-stoned front step of number 51, in undone waistcoat, collarless shirt, felt slippers, a capstan full strength drooped from a trailing hand. This is happiness. You're transported from your brother Llewellyn, who never left the sun, from crying all the way home after delivering jam and marmalade to shops in Coventry the day after it was blitzed. On your right knee, me, plump as a queen's cushion, wide-eyed in anti-Louis knitted rompers, not knowing any of this. And finally, this one, well, it's about raising the Titanic, so you know it's going to be fantasy if it's got a title like that, because nobody's ever likely to do that. Raising the Titanic took 127 years. Cabin 43A alone yielded. The rushes of Paul Robeson's screen test for the role of Shane. The life and opinions of Tristram Shandy in the Greek translation by Cavafy. A half-finished letter from a Mr. Charles Craig to the ship's captain, complaining about the quality of the braised pork and the loud playing of the ship's orchestra. A portrait of Andy Warhol by Marilyn Monroe in an edition of 128. A bottle of G's cufflinkers. Vincent's hearing aid. 3 anonymous poems. An uncompleted application for insurance against being in a shipwreck. 6 pounds of Kendal mint cake. The Still of the Night, Tom Paine's Bones, the joint winner of the Whitby Open Poetry Competition, The Last Words of William V, Blackpool Tower Ballroom, Da Vinci's Bicycle stuck in second gear, Dumbo, Foucault's Pendulum, Lord Lucan and the Flea Circus that occupied his later years, the Lindisfarne Gospels, Tauber's Voice, Beryl Thornby's reply to the South African official, the scale of C major, a bowl of rhubarb crumble, the man who forged the nails for the Trojan horse, the bread knife Gran Jones used to slice the loaf tucked under her left arm, providing the subject of my cousin Lester's impersonation at every family gathering until his death. Thank you.